So today in this video we are going to discuss about your abiotic factor, moisture or humidity. So insect body consists of your 80 to 90% of water. Okay, inside their body the main component is your water, and that may range from 80 to 90%. In case of aquatic larva, okay, they contain about 98%, while the insect which feed on dry food, okay, like your Tribolium castaneum, Scythophilus oryzae, these are the store grain paste, they constitute your 50% of water content inside their body. Okay, in general what happens, this water, okay, is generally lost through their integument, and this insect cannot lose more amount of water, yes or no, because for their metabolic activity your water is necessary. That means they must conserve the water. So now we will study your what are the adaptations, what are the techniques they are enforcing to conserve the water. Getting my point? So now one by one we will study those things, how insects are conserving their water content inside their body. So now coming to the first point, that is your body pigmentation. In general what will happen, as I have told you, in case of your effect of temperature, what I told you, suppose one insect is there in your South Africa, then what will be the color? Definitely dark. But if one insect is in Kashmir, then what will be the color? Definitely white. Yes or no? This is the normal effect. This is effect. But now we will understand what insects are doing. Getting my point? What insects are modifying over their body to prevent the moisture loss from the body. That means all of you know this dark color, black color means they will absorb the heat, and white color means they will radiate the heat, they will reflect the heat. Yes or no? That means suppose one insect is there in a warmer region, for example your South Indian condition you can tell, or you can tell your South African condition, then what will happen? Effect will be they will be darker, but what the insect will do? They will try to cover their body with some light color pigmentation or else white color pigmentation. Okay, that means what will happen, whatever the sun rays are coming, they will be reflected out from the body, they won't enter into the body. Somewhat they can conserve the moisture by modifying their pigmentation. But suppose one insect is there that is in your Kashmir, then what will happen? Definitely they need to be darker to absorb the radiation, to warm up their body. Yes or no? They will try to become dark by producing darker pigmentation over their integument. So this is your first adaptation to conserve moisture. Okay, now coming to the second point, that is your integument. All of you know integument means there are three layers, that is your cuticle, epidermis, basement membrane. Outermost layer is your cuticle. Yes or no? Cuticle is again subdivided into epicuticle and procuticle. Yes or no? Procuticle again divided into exo and endo. Exo and endo is not of our business now. Okay, but in epicuticle how many layers are there? 4 layers are there. Okay, what are those? Cement, wax, then your polyphenol layer, at last cuticle layer. Okay, so in this wax layer, okay, it acts as your waterproof layer. They will conserve the moisture, they will prevent the evaporation loss of the water content. Okay, that means this integument, by utilizing its wax layer, can also conserve the moisture. This much you have to understand. Understood? I hope you are getting my points, and if any kind of doubt is there, then you can ask in the comment box. Okay, now coming to your winglessness. Okay, winglessness means what? Suppose you see one surface is like this, okay, and one surface is like this. So now you tell me, here the surface area is less and here the surface area is more. Yes or no? The figure tells. So now you tell me, if the surface area will be more, then evaporation loss will be more, or in case of less surface area? Definitely, when the surface area will be larger, that means more areas are exposed to the sunlight, that means more evaporation loss will be there. And they will fail to conserve their moisture. Yes or no? That's why what will happen? In those insect of your very tropical areas or totally warmer region, most of the insect will try to become wingless to prevent expansion of these wings. That means very less area will be exposed towards sun and very less evaporation loss will occur to those insect. Their moisture can be conserved. Understood? Why they will prefer to be winglessness? Okay, that is your concept. Third over. Now coming to the fourth one, that is your pilosity. Okay, pilosity means what? Suppose in case of honeybees, you can see the figure, you see here, their whole body is covered with your minute hairs. Yes or no? You see, even legs are also covered with your minute hairs. So what is happening? The exact integument is not directly exposed to the sun. Again, due to this presence of your minute hairs, the evaporation loss will be reduced. And here also they can conserve their moisture. Getting my point? Or any doubt is there? I hope you are getting. Now you see, suppose one structure is there like this and one suppose structure is like this. Okay, rest of the parts are hiding behind. Okay, so here where the evaporation loss will be more? Definitely here, because most of the surface are exposed. So what the insect will try to do, in case of the insect which are present in the warmer region, they will try to become oval in shape, not flat. Okay, again to prevent the evaporation loss. Getting my point? So these are the concept, how they are just conserving their moisture. Okay, and some other points are your 6. Burrowing habit of desert insect. You see, in case of sand, or you take example of soil, when you go to the deeper layer, definitely what will happen? In those soil layers, moisture concentration will be more in the soil and it will be somewhat cooler. Yes or no? That's why what will happen? This desert insect, okay, what they will do? They have the burrowing habit. That means they will go into the deeper layers where the surrounding is somewhat cooler as compared to the above ground temperature. Yes or no? Next, coming to the 7th one, that is your reabsorption of water from products of excretion. This is the normal habit of insect. Yes or no? When the food will be digested in the midgut, those leftover unnecessary things will be excreted out. It will move to hindgut, where it will move to your rectum, where it will be excreted out. But insects have some mechanism where what will happen? Again from those rectum, from the rectal pads, okay, what will happen? Again reabsorption will occur of those essential nutrients, essential minerals, essential ions, and also your water. They will be reabsorbed. They will be again sending back to the midgut for again digestion. So this also helps in conservation of water. Then some insect like your Amsacta, okay, there what will happen? They will enter into estivation when dry condition prevail. You see, estivation, dry, these are the same concept. Yes or no? Under high temperature, when the insect will undergo suspended activity, that is known as your estivation. Yes or no? That means to survive, to sustain in this dry condition, what they will do? They will undergo some kind of dormancy. They won't feed, they won't move, they won't do anything. Simply they will hide somewhere, totally stopping their movement. That means again when the temperature will be reduced, they will resume their activity. And this concept is known as your estivation. Yes or no? So this is also a adaptation of your moisture conservation. Yes or no? Okay. Now you see, if for everything, for temperature, for moisture, for everything, some range is there. Below the range means they will die. Metabolic activity will be ceased, that will be stopped, no transportation of minerals, nothing will occur, they will die. And suppose the moisture percentage is very high, suppose the water content of the body will be very high, then what will happen? They will be exposed towards your different diseases and they will die. Not only insect but also in case of fruit, vegetable, whatever. If you keep them in water, definitely they will be more prone towards your diseases. Yes or no? Microorganisms. Okay. So moisture is required for metabolic reaction and transportation of salt, but moisture scarcity leads to dehydration and death of the insect. This is the simple things, normal things, all of you know. Excessive moisture can be harmful in different ways. That is, your first is they will affect the normal development and activity. Second one is your encourages diseases causing pathogens. It may be fungus, it may be bacteria, whatever it may be. This insect will be more susceptible towards different pathogenic organism if the water content of their body will increase. Getting my point? Or any doubt is there? If any doubt is there, then you can ask in the comment box. We will try to solve all of the doubts. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day.